Morning guys and girls, hope you're doing well. First of all, thank you so much, 1,300 subscribers. That's a lot for me. That's 2,600 eyes looking at me. Well, hopefully you've all got 2 eyes, if not 26 minus a few. But anyway, I've got a lovely car in the workshop, and this one's a dirty one, and it should be dirty because it's a 98 4 litre 4x4. It's small, and it's great looking. I love these. It's a little Jeep Wrangler Sport. So I'm actually doing a job today that I've not done before, so we'll see how it goes. It's rare for me to do a car, or not do a car, rare for me to do a job that I've not actually done. So I'll show you what I'm going to be doing, and we'll see how it goes. Yeah, she's a looker, isn't she? I love the fact that it is dirty. It's sort of, I don't know, he could have cleaned it. The gentleman that owns this car has some absolutely stunning, fabulous cars, and we're talking like Lamborghini Murcielagos, Esprit Turbos, all sorts of things. But he's got this great little vehicle, and he actually said on the drive down here, he actually loves driving this because it's just sort of like, do what you want with it, when you want with it. It's got a lovely, lovely winch on the front there, so I think he's actually going to use it for some off-roading. I believe its destination will be Cyprus, so we'll have a look and see what's going on. I think it's all standard-ish inside, apart from someone, let me get the door open, apart from someone has put in a little Pioneer, sort of like your phone mounts on that top bit. They're all right. But audio-wise, you've just got some very basic speakers here, and some very basic speakers here, and obviously nothing really good regards to entertainment. Inside looks lovely. Obviously, it's got the cover that can all be removed and everything. But no, she's a goodie. I'll see what the mileage is, or when I fire it up, I'll check the mileage. I don't imagine it's a high mileage because he does like to buy good quality cars. Loving that at the back, sort of very emblematic of what it should be. So, no, just a lovely little Wrangler. Now in these boxes is what he's brought down for me to fit, and there's a big bit of trim and there's an even bigger bit of trim, and I think I can see a little stereo hiding in there as well. So you can probably get a gist of what we're going to do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get this all opened up and we'll have a look and see. I'm not sure if I've seen those in it before. 1941, 75. Oh, so it must be like an anniversary edition, or someone's added the sticker for that. So that's pretty nice. But no, she's very clean. Can't really see anything on it. Saw little bits going there, but she is an off-road beast. So what do you expect? Up here is just normal cage. Right, that's enough waffle. Let me get the box open and I'll show you what I'm going to be doing. Who's that handsome lad? Anyway, enough of that. So yeah, I've got the box opened, and this is what we've got. So as you can see, that little single din stereo that we had in the car out there, that's now going to have a double din fitted solution. Metro, I believe, make this part, so it's usually very good quality. Mouldings are all nice and things, so I imagine that will just be straight in, and there's a few blanks and things to fill the necessary gaps out. But the more fun thing is this. It's an overhead soundbar made by VDP. I haven't heard this company before. They're in the States, they're not in the UK. It all looks and feels right. Apparently it's sort of just like a plug-in, off you go, extend that loom down to the stereo. It's nice because you gain some lights and things, but a nice little 3-way set, and that really will help out the car because it does lack any sort of real soundstage because you've got just those tiny little 4x6s in the front. So it should be a bit of fun. It's all nicely trimmed over. I presume there's all going to be, to be honest, I need to find out what these bits are. These, I think we're going to go over the original roll cage to sort of cover it over and whatnot. But it should be a fun job. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is probably get all this unit in, get the head unit, get everything else associated with that. I imagine we'll need to bring some speaker wiring for the rear channel up through this, find out where the lights connect to and things. But it should be a good one. So right, I'm going to go out to the car and I'm going to go and strip out the original stereo that's in there. That's all just taking that panel out basically, so I don't know what I'm actually going to show you wise, but it's a case of, yeah, let me get that out, we'll get this one in, and then we'll see some more fun with this soundbar. Right, change of plan, obviously because this has a loom on it. I'm going to get this all in position first so I can get these wires down to where I've got to do the stereo, because I'm going to have to connect them up anyway. And yeah, that company, the VDP, is vertically driven products. So if you have got a 4x4, I presume they do 4x4 stuff by the looks of their little logo. I don't know if it's exclusively Jeeps, but as you can see, we've got a car climbing up a very big hill. So I imagine it's all off-road accessories and bits and pieces. Loom stuff looks good, decent quality plug. So no worries about any of this. Obviously we'll get the light connected up onto it. Speaker wire looks okay. We're only running it at essentially the output power for the radio, so we don't need any big amps or anything. And a nice little instruction sheet. So we'll see how it goes. First thing I'm going to do is get all this taken down, stripped out, so I can get into the actual roll cage of it and work out if we have the fitting points for it or whether I have to drill the fitting points for it. So, right, let me get this all apart. Well, I think that's about as far as I have to go with that. Just remove the side panels down. And really lovely. We've already got the holes. Now, I imagine if they're a good company, those holes should line up exactly where we need. And this is exactly where the soundbar is going to live. So, right, let me start putting the bracketry on the side of this and see how she goes. Right, hardware pretty simple. Just these nice little curved brackets, which are going to fit over the bar, just on the sides there. And just done a little bit of cloth wrap on the open bit of wiring that you saw before, just keep it all neat. Right, let's lift it up in there, and looking at it, they've given us these screws which aren't going to go, so if those were meant to go in these holes, they're just going to pull straight in. So whether I have to drill new holes in this, or maybe I've got some bigger bolts that will bite into that, we'll see. But let's get it up there and have a look. That looks pretty cool up there, to be honest, not going to lie. And annoyingly, I guess it's maybe because he's got this extra padded foam here, but those lines don't, or the holes don't line up. You can see there, we're quite a way out from the distance of it. So I'm gonna punch some new holes in this and get this all bolted in. And then the cable management will come down. I think I'm gonna go inside this bit here, bring it down the pillar here, because down here is where you have the factory run for the wiring. So I'll keep it all back in the factory location. Should be fine down there. Yeah, that just unzips so I can get inside that. So, all right then, let's get those holes made. Not bad at all. So obviously just drilled the metal. I've managed to find some stainless steel little locking thread nuts, or biting thread nuts, should we say. I think they're tech bolts or something, but obviously just drilled the heart there. So I'll get that one in and then get these. I think these just cover up over a little, cover up the actual screw holes and things. But no, it's looking the part. Much prefer for using these. Couple of reasons. That's the original one they sort of supplied, and it's all right, but you can see there we've just got a Phillips head on the top of it. So very, very easy to undo. Now these, at least they've got stars. They're not security Torx, but they are Torx. For instance, that's T30, and obviously being stainless steel will keep that all safe. Right, got the cable. You can see just nipped across there. I don't know if you can even see that bit there, for instance. Helps if I point the camera in the right place. And that now comes out down here, which is obviously ready to go on its run to the front along there. We'll get that wired up, we'll have a listen, we'll check the lights, and we'll see if I did a good job. Right, I thought I'd bring it up to the front, and obviously just took that little Pioneer system out there. Really easy to just remove that whole panel. There's two little bolts that hide up underneath once you lift this bit up, and there's one little bolt that lives down there essentially, and that frees off that whole fascia trim. I don't know what else I've got to swap over. I imagine the guts for the ashtray bit, which are currently on that one there, and the air vents. But looking at this, I may have to do some cutting or something to basically get the chassis of the double din in here. So I'm gonna do a little bit more investigating and work out what we got to do. It should be bent like that. I guess it should be. So, oh yeah, it comes around on the curve. So, and obviously I may as well give this a nice clean while I'm in here, because yeah, I bet this hasn't seen daylight for a long time. So, right, let me get that all prepped and we'll get forward. Yeah, it's going to look great when it's in, and it looks like we just need to cut out this lower bar to give us the position there for that, and everything else looks like it go through. The ashtray doesn't actually swap over, there's a little pocket piece to go in there. But yeah, the rest of it is all set. Right, I'm going to get that cut out and then run things like the microphone, bring this wiring up here so I can make the connections. Still got to work out how I'm going to trigger those lights. Now, we do have contact points, so we may be able to go off like a dome light setup. Maybe if there's a way to turn them on them off independently, I may just set them on constant. But yeah, I need to figure out how they wire up. In the instructions, it's not really clear on that part of it, or at least not what I've seen. So let me get this bit in and then we'll figure out that bit. Right, that's all cut out now. There are little spaces that you have to use on here. I've trial fitted the panel up on there, and it works. And weirdly, when you're doing this cut, you need to keep that little nub, and you'll see why when I put the serum, that's sort of like a lower guide piece for it. But yeah, that's all that. So I've just got to brush this out, hoover it through, and then obviously we can start to deal with the wiring side of it. And the rest of it is ready to go. Microphone, spoke to the customer. and he just said just have it up on the front there, because obviously we haven't got A-pillars to run cabling up and down here, and it's gonna be nice and easy to keep it local there, for instance. So right, let me get the rest of this in. I think the next thing you'll see will be the stereo in position, and obviously all else to do is this wiring. So I've just cloth loomed that up there essentially. That's just got to be brought up here. The gentleman wants the rear light to react off the ignition, so you can only power it on, so he won't forget to leave it off. So I'll get that thread through and connect that up here, and there is a fuse line on that already, so that's ready to go. Yeah, not much more left to do, so see you in a sec. Right, we've got that all in, all set. Obviously just playing the USB at the moment, but that's all run through nice. You can see you've got the microphone just hiding up there, and obviously the speakers, they sound alright. I don't know what sort of quality they are in there, but they sound the part. The lights can be turned on and off separately, and that'll turn on and off with the ignition, so it won't leave them on accidentally. So I've just got to fit this trim over, and we are done. There we go. How smart does that look? Mileage, what are we at? Okay, yeah, so 100,000 miles, but 97, 98 years, not bad. As you can see, we've now got a little pocket piece to replace the ashtray, and all of these obviously will still be connected through. It's heater controlled, everything else running nice. Everything else is all back in. Really happy with the way it looks. So it's all good. Right, just got to give it a general hoover over, and I think that'll be it, guys. So thank you so much for watching it. Nice short one for you today. I will be doing more. I've got some really cool projects coming up, so you'll see them soon. And anyway, guys, can't think there's anything else I need to tell you on here, but as always, have a nice day. I'll catch you on the next one.